On the night of February 11th, 2024, the city of Las Cruces, New Mexico, seemed quiet. It was Super Bowl Sunday, and most people were gathered around their televisions. But in front of a warehouse on South Valley Drive, a man set a small fire and began behaving erratically. Witnesses described him waving his arms, shouting, and even performing karate-like moves in the middle of the street. Concerned, 2 bystanders dialed 911, but only one officer was available to respond. His colleagues were spread across the city handling routine calls. That lone officer was 29-year-old patrol officer Jonah Hernandez. What began as a simple call about a disturbance would soon become the darkest moment in the history of the Las Cruces Police Department. Within minutes of Jonah arriving on scene, frantic radio transmissions erupted across the police channel. Officer down. Officer down. Possible stabbing to the neck. Suspect down. The situation spiraled into chaos. Officers and paramedics rushed to the scene, trying desperately to save Jonah. Witnesses reported seeing the officer attacked without warning. Some accounts said Jonah was stabbed in the throat. Others believed he had been shot. The confusion, the shouting, the desperate pleas, it all painted a picture of a department suddenly thrust into horror. Body-worn camera footage later revealed the desperate fight to save him. Fellow officers applied pressure to Jonah's wounds. They shouted his name, urging him to stay awake. "Come on, Jonah. Stay with us." Blood stained the pavement, sirens wailed in the background, and every passing second felt heavier than the last dot in the chaos. It was revealed that a bystander using his personal firearm had shot the suspect in an attempt to stop the attack. That weapon, along with knives found near the scene, became critical pieces of evidence. The scene itself was overwhelming, officers yelling for tourniquets, paramedics struggling to stabilize the officer, civilians crying. As they watched the tragedy unfold, Jonah was quickly rushed to Mountain View Regional Medical Center, with fellow officers following close behind. Despite the best efforts of medical staff, Officer Jonah Hernandez succumbed to his injuries. He was gone. Jonah had served the department with honor. He was a young officer, respected by his peers and loved by his community. His death shattered not just his family, but the entire Las Cruces Police Department. For many officers, hearing his final radio call and knowing they could not reach him in time was a scar that would never heal. In the aftermath, investigators worked through the night to piece together exactly what had happened. The suspect was confirmed deceased at the scene. Rumors swirled, was this random violence or something more sinister? But one fact was clear: the department had lost one of its own in the line of duty. The city of Las Cruces held vigils. Blue ribbons and flowers appeared at the police station. Citizens who had never met Jonah came forward to honor him, lighting candles and leaving handwritten notes. His name was etched into the community's memory as a hero who gave his life, protecting others. For his fellow officers, the tragedy marked a turning point. Training, response times, and safety protocols were all scrutinized. Some officers admitted they would never forget the sound of their radios that night, the desperate voices calling for help, the haunting words, "Officer down." Today, the memory of February 11th stands as both a wound and a reminder. A wound that will never fully close, and a reminder of the risks every officer takes when they put on the badge. The death of Officer Jonah Hernandez was more than just a loss. It was a tragedy that forever changed his department, his city, and the lives of everyone who knew him.